As well, Hugh Schofield is with us, who is our Paris correspondent, and also Yasser Louati, who is a civil rights campaigner. Welcome to you both. Come to you in a second, because tonight's election results in France will also have a direct impact on the future direction of the European Union in the years ahead as the Brexit process unfolds. So the relevance of the outcome to France's neighbours is very clear. This report then on the day's voting from Hugh, who's been out and about in Paris.
Hello, yes, you join me at a voting station in the 17th arrondissement of Paris, a school, and voting today here has been pretty brisk. You can see the table here where people come to pick up their cards, Macron, Marine Le Pen, and then they go to cast their ballots behind the curtains over here. In every way, a classic snapshot of the presidential election in France, but in some ways the moment is different though. One point is that in Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen, we have two leaders who are outside the existing political structures. Throughout the long run-up to this election, we've seen a succession of establishment figures, Juppé, Fillon, Sarkozy, Hollande, Valls, all just discarded as if the only political offering that has any meaning for people is one that is entirely new. And the other point is that in Macron and Le Pen, two people who claim to transcend the old left-right political divide. They both claim to draw in supporters from either end of the old political spectrum. Of course, in the new political grid, if you like, they represent very divergent ends. Le Pen for the revival of the nation, for borders, for protection, and Macron saying no, France has to engage in globalization and it has to reform to do that better. But in this divide between the two candidates, we see a fundamental argument about politics, modern politics, which has resonances well beyond the borders of France.
Some of the thoughts there from Hugh Schofield, who has been out and about in Paris today. Let's just show you some of the pictures then, shall we, of the Macron rally, which is starting to build up in the Louvre Gardens this evening. There you go, lots of people. You can see the tricolour on full display today. That's the glass pyramid just in front of the palace, of course. Lots of thought, Hugh, that's gone into where Mr. Macron should be this evening, because there are lots of locations around this beautiful city, of course, where he could have met his supporters.
Yeah, and every election there's a debate about where it's going to be. If you look back, the last one was Hollande in the Bastille, left-wing territory. With Chirac, it was down the Place de la Concorde, right-wing territory. I mean, it's more on the western side of Paris. Macron, being someone who likes to call himself ni l'un ni l'autre, neither one nor the other, has gone for somewhere where he thinks is neutral. Louvre, the carousel of the Louvre, the area in front of the Louvre, has no particular associations one way or the other. I suppose you could say it has royalist connections.
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
But for some reason or other, which I don't really know, it's not deemed to have any particular associations one way or other. At least that's the way he's spinning it. So that's where it'll be. I mean, certainly if he'd gone to the Bastille or to the République in the east of the city, that would have been seen as a left-wing territory. And broadly, it's in line with his view of himself as representing this new moderate centre.
Yes. So scenes of celebration down there at the Louvre. Yasser Louati, civil rights activist, welcome to the programme. How many people do you think in the banlieue, we always talk about the banlieue in Paris, who perhaps didn't see too much in these candidates, how much will they be celebrating this evening, given that if the polls are right, Marine Le Pen has been defeated?
Well, actually, the whole country is not very fond of this election. It began with the Burkini hysteria, then it was shattered with the corruption cases, and then people were told either an ultra-neoliberal or Marine Le Pen. As a matter of fact, 60% of the people who voted for Emmanuel Macron did so because they could have no other choice. Now the question is, what kind of country Emmanuel Macron will inherit? It's a country deeply divided along racial lines. The openly racist candidates of the first round got 46% of the votes. Marine Le Pen came in second, yes, but the scores and the difference won't be as big as in 2002, where you had like 82% for Jacques Chirac. And of course, the losers of globalization, the banlieue and the working class will again be decimated by this program. Emmanuel Macron wants to run the country like a startup company. The problem is that we have seen what an Uber-like economy does with people from the banlieue adhering to Uber companies, but at the same time becoming held hostages because they pay all the social taxes, and the employer gets away with the profits.